Greetings peoples, Whiplash is back and playing some more Star Citizen. So up to now, in the course of exploring Alpha 3.0, I've been doing a lot of moon landings and missions on the surface of moons and entering the atmosphere of moons and raving about the procedural tech they use to build moons, and there's generally been a lot of mooning about. So tonight, instead of doing more, shall we say, planet-side landing and exploring stuff, I want to show you something a little different, but undoubtedly very cool. A new addition to Alpha 3.0. So now that we've taken off, let's quickly raise the landing gear and get some speed. And then I'm going to open the Mobi Glass and the Star Map app, and we are going a little bit further afield than we normally travel. Zoom out all the way and you'll see right out there on the far edges of the system is a little dot called Delamar. There it is, all of 850 odd thousand kilometers away. So this will be very much unlike some of the earlier quantums we've done before. Let's get a quick exterior view of this new quantum travel visual that they've created. Let's look at that. Some awesome particle effects happening. There's planet Crusader disappearing in the background, or at least becoming smaller. So the new quantum travel system includes a ramp up and a ramp down time. And here we are ramping down. Okay, so some quick background on Delamar. The interesting thing is it's not actually supposed to be in the Stanton system, which is where we are right now, the area around planet Crusader, which is way back there, 800,000 kilometers away. Delamar is a, well, planetoid, actually a big asteroid, so technically not really a moon, but then it's not really a moon of Crusader at all. It's supposed to be located in the Nix system, which has not been implemented yet. Just getting up to speed so we can head on down to the Levski landing zone. But yeah, in any case, so a lot of work has gone into the Levski landing zone, which is where we're headed now, located on the planetoid of Delamar. And because the landing zone was in such an advanced stage of completion, the devs decided to include Delamar and Levski as part of the 3.0 release, even though it doesn't actually belong in the star system. So in the future, when multiple systems come online and we can travel between them using jump points, Nix will be moved to its proper home, or at least Levski and Delamar will be moved to their proper home of Nix, instead of being in the Stanton system where they are now. So, but now that we've got them, we may as well take a peek at what's happening here. So you should notice that as we get closer visually, Delamar is a lot smaller than any of the other moons we've been to. It's also very rocky and mountainous and sort of inhospitable looking. Alright, Levski is about 10 clicks out now. We can already see that there's some traffic down there. I can spot at least one ship on radar. There may well be more. Still suffering from the occasional bout of scratchy audio, unfortunately, but this is hopefully the last video that will have that issue. Right, as As we're getting closer, let's slow down a little. There seems to be some dirt, dust particles getting kicked up as we approach. Maybe it's just generally dirty out here. As far as I can recall, let's get a quick exterior peek. Levski used to be an old mining base, which is why it's sort of carved into the rock here. So let's request landing, see if they'll let us in. Yeah, that sounds a bit dodgy, but okay. Seems as though they've got a space for us. And that right there, just to the left, you'll see is a huge pit. I'll explore that maybe in daylight at some stage, but that's where I assume a lot of the mining operations have taken place. And there's our landing marker. And would you believe it? The landing bays appear to be underground. Ho 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 ho. I grew up watching Airwolf, so I've always wanted to land a helicopter inside a volcano. I suppose this is the next best thing. Landing a spaceship inside an underground hangar. Alright, before we get too carried away, let's just make sure we're lined up here. So the exterior views can be very handy. Yeah, looks good. Let's take her in. Maybe just drift a little bit more to the right and to the left. Yeah, nailed it. Right on top of the landing marker. Booyah!
Touchdown! Landing complete.
Oh, he's a cheerful chap, isn't he? Makes for a pleasant change from all the rather bored sounding guys at the other stations. Alright. Let us vacate the premises and have a look at what the inside of the Levski landing zone looks like. Ooh, okay, the doors have now closed. But it's quite a cavernous landing space. Looks like there's space for some much bigger ships than my little Aurora in here. Oh, I just love underground hangars. This reminds me of the VFG asteroid hangar, which is my personal favorite out of the hangar options we've got so far. I just love how it's carved into the rock, so this is very reminiscent of that. Looks extremely cool. Okay, I assume this is where we want to go. Yeah, customs and habitation, that way. Lots of random crates and things stacked around. So let's, okay, door's not opening. Seems we need an elevator button. Ah, that might be it over there. There we go. Oh, it's as boring standing around waiting for an elevator in the game as it is in real life. But what can you do? Go to customs. This thing sounds creaky. I hope they service this every now and again. I'd hate to be the victim of an unfortunate elevator accident. Okay. this must be the customs and habitation area. Oh, yeah, under maintenance. Oh, I feel so much better now. Ship retrieval console, so I assume if you want to call another ship from here, you can. Oh, this is interesting. Okay. Top airlocks and lobby. Let's go up another floor, see what's up there. The top lobby. Maybe it's like the penthouse suite. The nice area. Yeah, looks pretty much the same. Cool view though. Amazing thing is that is the actual outside. There's no cheating in this game, or at least very little cheating in this game. Hello. Another unfriendly, unresponsive NPC. But yeah, if you look outside, I could potentially be hovering outside in a ship like they did during the Gamescom 2016 demo, and you'd be able to see me on the inside and I'd be able to see you on the outside. So the environments line up with each other, which is quite nifty. More ship terminals, looks like. Ah, this is an airlock. Shall we take a quick walk outside? Looks pretty much the same as the Port Olisar model, which at least works. So, oh wow, look at that. Gigantic asteroids floating above. What are these two chaps doing? Hello? What's your name? Howdy! Yeah, you're boring. I'm gonna go find something else to do. Oh wait, what's that? Oh, it's another player coming into land in his cutlass. This is just one of those really cool little moments. The music starting to play as another ship comes into land. Yeah, all very atmospheric. These look like additional hangars. I think these are vehicle hangars, if I remember correctly. You should be able to summon ground vehicles from here if you want to drive around and explore the surface. I don't have one of those at my disposal at the moment, unfortunately, so... And these are all empty at the moment, so I can't commandeer a vehicle. But in any case, this place is big. I wasn't expecting there to be so much, well, additional space outside to explore, but looks like this facility just goes on and on and on. Let's take a quick jog. You've seen the stamina system in action, so we'll get the heart rate pumping again. Just look at that view. The amount of detail that must go into crafting a place like this. I mean, it's one of the things that I think enjoy most about the approach that they're taking to this game is that you don't just get these generic cookie cutter landing facilities. Every single place is unique and has its own unique feel to it and atmosphere about it. Levski looks completely different to Port Olisar. The decor, the set dressings, the general atmosphere, everything is different. It's dirty and grimy. Oh, these are actual player characters because they're moving around, unlike the NPCs that are all frozen in place. But yeah, it feels used. It feels dirty. It feels lived in, which is awesome. It doesn't have that pristine, almost sterile look you sometimes see in a lot of futuristic sci-fi type settings. It feels like, you know, like a real place where people live and move and go about their daily business. So that's really cool. Alright, enough mucking about outside. There we go, welcome to Levski. Let's run through customs and see what goes on around here. Howdy, I have nothing to declare, I promise. I may be wearing a sidearm and an automatic weapon on my back, but yeah, nothing funny about that. Oh, this is the Anthony Tanaka statue. Now there's a whole story that goes with the statue. The very short version is that Anthony Tanaka was a laborer, little more than a slave really, who was basically beaten to death by one of his taskmasters for refusing to work a second straight 16-hour shift, and his death sparked an outrage that eventually led to the overthrow of the oppressive Messer imperial regime. So there's a little bit of Star Citizen lore for you, and in honor of little Anthony, this statue was created and now stands inside Levski with the inscription "Remember Anthony Tanaka." Okay, time to visit the jewel in Levski's crown, which is the Grand Barter Market area. If the elevator ever gets here. Ah, there it comes. Lots of pomp and circumstance when this thing arrives, I see. Oh, people just leave their crates lying around. Right, to the Grand Barter we go. Watch your step. Where am I gonna go? This thing's enclosed, isn't it? We are going further underground by the looks of it. -4, so 4 levels down then. And here it is. The Grand Barter. The Grand Barter has a not so grand entrance because I have to walk through these dark and cramped and uncomfortable tunnels in order to get there. I feel like I'm gonna get mugged. But then that's the whole point of this place. The People's Alliance of Levski don't exactly align themselves with the United Empire of Earth. They prefer to think of themselves as a free and independent people, so you get all sorts hanging out here. Not necessarily lawful types either. Oh, noise level has certainly gone up. Oh, he did a little pose for me. Do it again. No, he doesn't want to. Yeah, the AI in this build is definitely still a little bit buggy. None of them appear to be responsive. I don't know whether these shopkeepers are supposed to be talking to you or not. What's this guy dealing? Oh, he sells fish. Some tanks and random sea creatures floating about, but I'm not in the market for a fish right now. What about you? Oh, posters. Hello, wingman. I want you to join the Navy. Yeah, I'll think about it. Thanks. What's this dude selling? He doesn't want to tell me. It looks like a clothing store. I see some caps and shoes and whatever lying around. People really are loud in here. I have to shout to make myself heard, it seems. Local watering hole, I think. Oh, this would be the purveyor of greenery. Hello, I'd like to buy a shrub. Perhaps not. Caudries, this is what? I'm not sure. I'll come back and have a look at that later on. Alright, I think we've done the full circuit down here, so where are we gonna head to next? Here's the hospital. All of a sudden I'm feeling a little queasy. Oh, dearie me. The hospital entrance is taped over with a caution sign. Not exactly confidence inspiring, dare I say. Not going there for any medical treatment. Aha! This looks familiar. Cafe Muzion. So if you watch the 2016 Gamescom demo, you will know that this is where our friend Mr Eckart hangs out. The backstabbing, betraying son of a space goat. And there he is. I can see him sitting in his chair looking all innocent. Let's sneak up on him from a different direction. What are you looking at, pal? Some shady looking booths down here. What kind of swill do they serve in this place? And let's go have a chat to Miles. See if he acknowledges me.
You looking for somebody?
Yeah, I'm looking for you, pal. What do you have to say for yourself? No, I can't sit down. So, how it works with the 3.0 mission givers, there's Miles and then there's another chap called Ruto, who's apparently the of the criminal fraternity. Let's just have a sit down while we chat. So you have to build up a certain amount of reputation in order to get either Miles or Ruto to contact you with potential missions. So Miles, as I understand it, will get in touch with you if you've built up a positive reputation. And Ruto, well, let's just say that he's more of the underworld, not so lawful types. So if you happen to turn off a few comrades or deliver some sneaky cargo boxes with some illicit contents, then Ruto might be interested in offering you more work. So I'm not at the point where my reputation is anything like good enough for these two to want to have a chat with me, but that'll definitely be a goal for a future video, to see if I can get Mr. Eckart over there to talk to me, perhaps offer me some work. So the mission giver idea, of course, harks back to a lot of Chris Roberts' earlier games. You had fixers in Privateer and in Wing Commander, well, yes, Wing Commander, Privateer, and in games like Strike Commander as well. Fixers would offer you jobs which you can then go and perform for a certain amount of payment. So the fixer system has been carried over into Star Citizen as well, and that should be a little bit more elaborate than your regular run-of-the-mill mission computer, take this thing from A to B or patrol this nav point type missions. Oh, conscientious objects. What might that be? Let's go have a peek.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
Well, you're very welcome, sir. You're the first person here to talk to me. Except for Miles, of course, but I don't like him, so he doesn't count. Conscientious Objects is a weapon store. Look at this thing. The Scourge Railgun. Yeah, it's a little bit rich for my blood, but wow. Yeah, I can see that. I have to take a look at this thing. So this is another new addition to 3.0. Whoa! It is huge. The railgun, of course, being designed to allow you to actually take down spaceships, because at this stage, as a pedestrian, if you're not inside a ship, you are fairly helpless against rampaging spaceships trying to turn you into mincemeat. But with a railgun, at least you've got a fighting chance of shooting back. So, wowza. Hey, these guys have got a good selection. I think they've got a few more guns than what is it, Garrity Defense over at Port Olisar. The Arrowhead Sniper is a gun that I think my brother's going to get very acquainted with. I should.
Feel free to take a look around. We got a pretty good selection.
Yeah, I think you need to tidy up your store sometime and get rid of the drip. Get the plumber in here, for goodness sake. Might encourage your customers to stick around longer. Oh, this place is really cool. So yeah, I've not even run around everywhere that you can explore. There's a couple more levels and little side passages and places you can go to, but I think you get the general idea of what Levski is all about. So I think let's head back to the landing bays and head back into space. But I really enjoy the look of this place. I think it's an awesome addition to the game. It's really atmospheric. It's the type of place I'd like to get to know a little bit better and explore some more. Just creates a great atmosphere, which is very different from your normal safe zone landing port type environment that we've been used to so far. Of course, there's Grim X as well, which I think I've gone to in one or two of my previous videos, which is an outright, well, they call it a pirate station. It's not really a pirate exclusive, but it tends to be a place where the more lawless types hang out. Levski is probably somewhere in the middle. It's not really what you'd call a lawful or law-abiding environment that operates within the boundaries of UEE law, but it's not an outright criminal hangout either. So if you're the, shall we say, Han Solo scoundrel type, then this might be just the place for you. So okay, my Aurora is stored in the hangar. It doesn't quite tell me which one. I forgot to check which hangar I parked in. Ship's over in that direction. Where do we go? Hangar 4. Hangar 3. Which is it? Okay, well, let's try hangar 3. Maybe we get lucky. And now the audio's gone all wonky again. Yeah, I think this is the place. Door's still closed. I assume they'll open that up for me when I want to take off. I don't have to bust through those doors of theirs. Let's see what happens.
Welcome to our Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. Jack.
Okay, so are you gonna let me out? Do I have to request takeoff clearance? How does it work? Looks like the doors are still closed.
There, she'll be waiting for you in the hangar.
Okay. assume that means they're gonna open up now.
Take off.
Ah, there we are. And we are out of here. Not a particularly friendly looking place, lots of jagged rocky spikes.
Hope to see you again one day.
Oh, I'll be back, don't you worry. This seems like the kind of place I would definitely like to visit again in future. Maybe next time I'll come back during the daytime. It's not an easy place to navigate in the dark, so oh, getting a couple of graphical glitches there, but that seems to be better now.
Landing gear raised.
Right, so that is Delamar and the Levski landing zone. I think it's a really, really fun place to visit. They've done an awesome job making the place look interesting and unique. So if you're ever in Alpha 3.0 and you feel like having a drink in a friendly place, well, maybe this place is not for you, but then again, who knows, maybe it suits you to a T. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you around the verse.